The beauty community is out of control. First, Tati Westbrook posts this video about her leaving YouTube, which was total clickbait, by the way. And now, Youthforia came out with minstrel show black foundation? What is going on? Well, we're gonna talk about it today. So, let's go. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrienne Keyser and I'm your over 50s fashion diva. Here on my channel, we talk about fashion, of course, but also beauty, lifestyle, travel, and anything trending in social media in any of those topics. So if you want to stay relevant over 50, then you've come to the right place. Today is a filming day. I'm gonna be filming lots of videos sort of back to back today. So I thought, why not do my makeup while I go on this rant about the beauty community, right? Now, if you want to know what products I'll be using, of course, I will link them in the description box for you, but I'm not really going to get too much into the products that I'm using because that's not what this video is about. You guys want to know what is going on in the beauty community, and I'm here today to let you know the tea. Today's video was not planned or scripted. It's just that when I heard things going on in the beauty community, I figured I had to get on and talk about it. So first I'm going to talk about Tati Westbrook posting up her I'm leaving YouTube video and what exactly is that she was saying in that video. A few other creators had made videos about it, and that's what inspired me to create my video for today. Rich Lux was one of them, and also Robert Welsh. Robert Welsh is a really amazing makeup artist and also has his channel here on YouTube, and he put out a video a few days ago. I had actually already watched Tati's video because I am a subscriber to her channel. I do believe that she does amazing reviews. Not everybody likes Tati and all the drama that kicked off a few years ago between her and James Charles and Jeffree Star and all that insanity. A lot of people kind of dropped off from her, but I was still a loyal subscriber. I still liked her content and continued to watch it. For the reviews, for the makeup products that she was recommending, I just think that she's really good at what content she creates. If you haven't seen her video, I suggest you head on over to her channel. I will link it in the description box for you guys. About a 15-minute video talking about how she is no longer getting the views and the subscribers that she was getting before. And she started off doing TikTok. She was one of the last of the beauty influencers here on YouTube to create a TikTok account, and now that she's over there, she's doing her lives, she's making her bag over there. She feels like that is where the audience is going, that's where the audience is moving to, is over on short form content, and that creating her longer form content just isn't getting the same view count and the same subscriber count as it was in the past. So she feels that because she is getting a lot more audience on TikTok, then she's going to kind of do a lot more over there. Now, when I said that it was clickbait, I meant it, because she does say in her video that she's not really leaving YouTube. She's just saying that because she's got this audience over on TikTok, that she is now going to just start creating a lot more content over there, and that she wants her audience to follow her. Now here's where I have issue and it was that statement that I said right there. She moved over to TikTok because I saw a lot of the beauty influencers here on YouTube going over to the short form content, making a statement like, you know, she's not getting the views, she's not getting the, it's like, okay, but how do you think you got your audience on TikTok? they were just random people that saw your content and said, "Ooh, yeah, I want to follow you." It was because of your audience on YouTube that you got the audience on TikTok to begin with. And this is where I have major issue with a lot of the beauty influencers on YouTube moving over to TikTok. What I will say is I get why she's doing it. Like I said, a lot of the beauty influencers are moving over to short form content. And the reason is because it's lazy content. It's easy to make it. As opposed to a long form video here on YouTube that takes effort. You know, she talks about how she has to have her video editor and they have to preview the video together and the music and the lighting and the blah, blah, blah. And of course, over on TikTok, it's so much easier to just create lazy content. And because they are making the same amount of money for sponsorships and donations over there, that they feel like that's the way to go, that that's the way the pendulum is moving, and they all need to move in that direction. So I would love to know you all's thoughts and opinions on this. As a very small creator here on YouTube, and I have created a TikTok account, I've had that account for a while, I decided early last year, at the end of last year, that I was really going to be focusing my content on YouTube, because TikTok, it's too many things that you need in order to grow. It's ridiculous. And unless you're coming from a big platform like YouTube, like Tati had an audience here, you're not gonna get the same amount of followers as you would here on YouTube. It's just not as easy to get a community going on TikTok as it is here on YouTube. And I will say that this is not the first time that I've seen a creator, one of my favorite creators that I've watched from the beginning of her channel, way before I even started my YouTube channel, is Savannah Silver. And before Tati decided to go onto TikTok, Savannah had seen how a lot of people were gravitating over there, and she was really hesitant about it at first, and then she went over onto TikTok, of course taking her audience with her, building up that follower count and creating videos. Then she decided she's not really going to be uploading to YouTube as much anymore, and that really just makes me angry. It really does. And the TikTok community is getting a lot of hate right now. I mean, a lot of hate. People are sick and tired of the fakeness of these influencers getting these sponsorships, and they're, you know, promoting a new brand every 3 to 5 business days. And again, being a small creator myself, I have this weird thing where I like someone's video, even if it's not the best video. I just feel that any creator out there that puts in any time and effort, whether it be a short or a long 30-minute YouTube video, I like to just give people a like just because they created the content. You know what I mean? Which is, of course, horrible for your For You page over on TikTok. But I still felt like, you know, this person took the time to create. Why not give them a like? It might be the only one that they get, and that just makes them feel better knowing that they created something and somebody out there liked it. You know what I'm saying? So I think in the history of me on social media, I think I've disliked 2 videos. And it would just so happens to be the 2 videos that I'm talking about today. Tati uploading that I'm leaving YouTube. And the reason I disliked it is because it was total clickbait. And the fact that she completely lost who it is that got her the audience on TikTok. That just really pissed me off. And that was something that I don't think that Robert or Rich Lux, who covered this, had mentioned. And I was just like, well, why isn't anyone saying that? That she got her audience on TikTok from her audience on YouTube. And it's the same with Savannah Silver. And I also disliked her not the last video that she uploaded, but she had uploaded a video not too long ago that I disliked because I was like, oh, thank you, Queen, for gracing us over here on YouTube with a video upload since you hadn't uploaded anything in 8 months. And the last video that she uploaded was clearly just a dupe of her TikTok video because it was vertical form, and it was, you know, it was just, I was just so pissed off about it. But it seems like Savannah has sort of maybe seen the light, because I think that my comment on her video, I think that she may have seen that comment because it was very close after she uploaded it. And since then, she is trying to come back, and she did sort of say in her last video, which was a vlog video, that, you know, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading, I'm sorry, you know, I don't think she really said it like that. I don't think she was really apologizing to the community that she built here on YouTube. She was just saying that, you know, she just hasn't been uploading as much and she's going to start getting better at it. That's all she said. Jackie Aina is another creator that has sort of left the YouTube platform. She hasn't uploaded in months. I can't even remember the last video she uploaded. The last videos that she uploaded were these sort of lifestyle content. One video she uploaded with Winnie Harlow. She did another one with another celebrity. And that's sort of the content that she's been uploading to YouTube. However, she uploads to TikTok every single day. That's another creator that I'm a little disappointed isn't uploading on YouTube as much as she used to. There are those creators out there like Manny MUA, still uploading every single week, and also creating videos on TikTok every single day. He's not complaining. He's not complaining about the fact that he has to do both. So the fact that Tati came out with that, just like I said, really pissed me off. Love him or hate him, Jeffree Star, another beauty creator that got their audience here on YouTube and since has now gone over to TikTok. Jeffree Star's reputation was not the best. So when he actually went over on TikTok, it was sort of like a new audience that didn't really know all of the drama surrounding him. So same with James Charles. And I'm not gonna touch too much on that freak because yeah, I have a whole video I could create on the nightmare that is James Charles. But anyway, back to Jeffree Star. Like I said, love him or hate him, the one thing that people always appreciated about Jeffree Star was his authenticity when it came to his reviews. He was unparalleled when it came to that. He never really had to worry about sponsorships and deals and all that kind of stuff. So when he gave a review on a beauty product, you knew that it was authentic. I know, Jeffree Star is problematic. I know all of the story of Jeffree Star, and I do not agree with him as a person, but as a beauty influencer, I definitely believe that his reviews are honest, and that's why I will continue to watch his videos. I do believe that when he gives a review, it's going to be the most honest review on the internet of that product. So what do you guys think? I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on this whole thing with a lot of the beauty influencers from YouTube heading over to TikTok to get that bag. I'm not mad at anybody that wants to get their bag. Go off, queen. It's just that you cannot forget about who put you where you are. And that's what I'm really having issue with, is it was the YouTube community that got you the audience, and now you're just going to abandon it for what? For TikTok? They're about to be banned. And also with good reason. But like I was saying about Jeffree Star and honest reviews, that's what I'm really having a hard time with when it comes to TikTok. I just don't feel that the people over on TikTok are authentic. And I think that, you know, watching these people do these reviews, I'm just so over it. The whole thing with like Michaela Noguera doing reviews and all, like, I'm in my 50s. I do not want to see skincare done on a 20-year-old. it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for a lot of the community. You know what I'm saying? People love Michaela. They love her reviews. She's got a huge audience over on TikTok. So, you know, no shade. And I do, in fact, enjoy watching her content. I'm just not taking advice on my skincare from a 25-year-old that basically changes up whatever skincare she's using to whatever sponsor is sponsoring her freaking video. Sorry, I don't think I actually said what I wanted you all to leave a comment on. Please leave me a comment to let me know what you think about the YouTube influencers moving over to TikTok. Do you think that they have completely abandoned the community that made them? I would love to know your thoughts on that. Like I said at the top of the video, this is not a scripted video. This wasn't even a planned out video. And with that being said, when I was coming up with, okay, I want to make a video about Tati and the other creators that were making videos about Tati leaving YouTube, as I was thinking of what I was going to be saying during this video, then came the Youthforia scandal. And that's exactly what it is. I mean, when I saw that video, I lost my mind. And I think it was one of my favorite YouTube creators called Jen Love. She's got an amazing channel. If you're into makeup, check out Jen Love's channel. She gives amazing, comprehensive breakdowns all on the beauty community. Love her. Anyway, she was talking about Youthforia coming out with their darkest shade. And when I saw what she was talking about, I immediately had to go over to TikTok to find out the real tea. For those of you that don't follow TikTok or have heard anything about the Youthforia coming out with their darkest shade in their range, let me tell you a little bit about it. Actually, I'm gonna run a clip so you can see what it's all about. That's got 26.6 million views. This thing is going viral, okay? Completely viral.
Which side of my face is the black face paint or the Youthforia foundation? T, you can't tell. You know why? Tar in a bottle. This is jet black face paint, and this is the darkest shade of the Youthforia Date Night foundation. This is black face paint. This is the darkest shade of the Youthforia foundation. A few months ago, I tried the darkest shade of the Youthforia foundation. This is what it looked like on me. I'm gonna apply some of the foundation on this side of my face so you guys can see. Let's just go ahead and try to blend this out, you guys. Enough. Who is that color? I'm gonna wipe this off and let me put the paint all over my face. I'm literally just going in with the face paint. We're gonna do some painting, and let me just go ahead and blend it out with the brush. This is the darkest shade of the Youthforia foundation. This is black face paint. Sometimes it's okay to say, hey, maybe my brand is not made for complexion. I'm gonna squeeze a pump of this on my forehead just right out the bottle so you guys can see that I'm literally not joking. We're gonna do a big blend of this, you guys. When we say that we want you guys to make shades for us, we don't mean to go to the lab and ask for minstrel show black. What we mean is to take the browns that you have made, create undertones, and do what you need to do in the lab so it's a darker shade of brown. This is the darkest shade 600, and as you guys can see in the bottle, literally jet black. The shade right next to it is shade 590. This is what it looks like in the bottle. Here is shade 600. You guys, there could be like 10 more shades in between these two shades. In addition to that, when we go to the actual website and we look at the swatch, not only is the swatch online literally jet black, there's literally only 4 or 5 shades for people that actually have dark complexions. Not really for black people, for being honest. Not only in 2024 is this so disgusting and disrespectful, but this needs to be pulled off the shelves.
She said that. That shit needs to be pulled from stores. I can't even believe that they had the audacity in 2024 to come out with this craziness. Now, I do have a response video because naturally the Youthforia apology videos, which I did see the CEO, she came out with 2 different apologies. Both have since been taken down, and so now all you can find are really stitches of it. But her first apology wasn't really an apology. She said that they were going to be coming out in the shade range in a few months. That was when the shade range first came out. She came out with this big apology going, we're going back to the lab and we're going to create our new shade range. We're going to do it in 4 months, which is ridiculous. Nobody creates makeup. If you know anything about creating makeup, it takes minimum a year to 2 in order to bring a product to market. Another creator I used to love here on YouTube but has since abandoned us for TikTok is Shayla, and I'm gonna let her explain the whole concept of creating beauty for retail market.
By now we've all seen the Youthforia scandal. If you haven't, they basically created their deepest shade of foundation and it was jet black face paint. So I wanted to give a little insight as someone who's been to the labs. I've done brand collaborations, I've been through the sampling process, and I just want to talk a little bit about that. So when a brand decides to launch a product, they first have a meeting, okay? And then they go over the shade range. That has to get approved at every level. Once that gets approved, they usually find a brand that they like. We'll use Fenty, for example. They'll buy all the foundations and then they'll kind of create swatches and use Fenty as what we call a benchmark. Once they decide on the shade range, that again has to get approved at every level, they take it to the lab. And then this process of getting samples back from the lab could take anywhere from like 6 months to years to perfect it. So this is where it gets a little confusing for me, because in the year of 2024, with so many brands, so many benchmarks, okay, so many examples of what shade range looks like, you could literally copy and paste. It's so easy. There's really no reason why you can't get it right unless you don't want to. And if you're still confused by now, nobody has jet black as their undertone, okay? The deepest skin tone still has different colors that create the undertone. So to me, it just kind of makes me feel like they're like, okay, what's the deepest shade? Oh, it's gotta be black. So let me give you a little example. Okay, let's flip the script a little bit. Let's say that every beauty brand up until this year has only created tan and deeper shades of foundation. And someone with a lighter skin tone, really fair, says, hey, what about me? Like, I would also like foundation. And the brand says, oh, here's pure white. And you look at the pigment and it's literally white pigment. You get it? So if you're still confused, let me show you the first row. See how there's so many different variations for lighter skin tones? All we're asking is that you do the same thing for medium shades, medium deep shades, and deeper shades. The most frustrating thing is that I know that brands can do better and they're not. Inclusivity starts within the brand first, okay? You need to hire people that look like me. It's very much giving 2016 all over again. There's really no reason why a brand doesn't understand shade range or what it means to be inclusive when you have so many examples. So what I'd like to see from all this is that people stop using the foundation and that Ulta and Revolve remove it from their website. I feel like that's only fair.
Now, like she said, and I totally agree, this shit should be pulled from stores immediately. And this creator, this Youthforia woman, should never be allowed to create another complexion product that anyone will ever buy again. She has just literally destroyed her business in 10 seconds or less, okay? Now I'm gonna get into Jackie Aina's response. I know, I really wanted to make this a short video, you guys, but there's so much tea.
Flop. It's always my intention to launch this as a proof of concept, see if people even like.
I'm a brand founder myself, and I understand why this woman gave this response, but here's why I'm going to tell you it's also bullshit, because it just is. Because it just is. Like, you honestly don't think Black people have not heard this same response for how many years? Probably since the dawn of beauty's existence. Well, in a mass scale, like the way that it exists now. And the reason why this excuse is BS is because you're basically saying anybody that is lighter than a tan is going to be the case study for this product, okay? They're gonna test it first. They're gonna see if they like it. They're gonna see if they approve. It's a proof of concept, as she phrased it. And this is not the first of its kind. This is the reason why, when I first started my YouTube channel, I really prioritized this specifically in the beauty industry, why that specifically needed to change. Because what you're inadvertently saying is that anybody that isn't dark skin is the default. And if they like it first, then the rest of y'all will get it, okay? The rest of y'all will get it. After they see if they like it first, the rest of y'all will get the crumbs, the leftovers. You're basically saying that everybody else is an afterthought. That is what you're saying. And what I think a lot of brands really refuse to do, especially because let's even use the worst case scenario. You're a small business, right? You cannot just launch a product for everybody. I get it. Products cost money. Development costs money. Everything costs money, especially when you own a brand. But here's what you do. You don't. Like, keep that shit in the back stock. We don't want it. I don't want it unless you're either willing to do two things. One, make it available to everyone. And if you can't, as a small business, it is okay. And that's understandable. What you need to do, and I looked at your website, you aren't doing this, by the way. What you need to do instead, if you can't launch this product for everybody, is make sure there's an even ratio of light shades, an even ratio of medium shades, an even ratio of dark, and a medium ratio of deep dark. That means if the most you can do is your 10, baby, you better divvy up that 10 from lightest to darkest. I don't want to see 10 variations of the same fair shade with multiple different undertones, and then here y'all always begging for something all the way at the end of the spectrum. 2 shades that are flexible, because that's not what y'all say, but the gag is y'all give them like last 4 shades the flex, like, here, make it work. But why don't fair skin, I don't even like the word fair, let's start there. Why don't light people have to make it work? Why not? If you don't have the money to really fully launch this the way that it deserves to be launched, don't do it. No one's asking. Okay. Then I went on this brand's website, and here's a reason why I want people, especially my people, to stop saying, why are Black people begging to be included? Stop saying this to people, because I went on the website and the entire branding, I'm not familiar with this brand, mind you. The entire branding is like your makeup should basically be like your skincare. Do you know how many brands that are like that exist, but don't necessarily exist to dark-skinned people and aren't available to dark-skinned people? Do you know that selling point alone is the reason why some people will support your brand? But if you're not making it accessible the way that it should be, then that's one less brand somebody in a country like Canada, or somebody in a country, I know Canada's not like by any means like remote, but I'm just using that as an example. But that's one less brand that someone who otherwise doesn't have access to very much cosmetic products in their shade ranges can actually buy and support. I'm sick of hearing responses like this, and I'm tired of people perpetuating the same narrative.
All right, you guys, I just have one more really important video to show you, and then we're gonna wrap this video up. But before I do, you should know that this brand, Youthforia, was actually on Shark Tank, and Mark Cuban actually invested the money for this company, and it was sold on Shark Tank as a foundation that you could wear overnight, because like Jackie said, it really is supposed to be a skincare type of a product. So that's really the whole crust of this foundation product and how it began. Again, on Shark Tank, she got the funding to create the brand, and according to her video, it was an unlimited amount of money. So she had the money to do the right shade range. She just chose not to. Okay? Let's keep that in mind as we roll this last clip.
Youthforia is in PR crisis mode, and to all of you who are defending this brand for this extreme lash shade that they just released, I decided to go to Ulta and mix a bunch of different other foundations together to show you just how incompatible the black is. The pigment they use in shade 600 is black iron oxide, and because it's so dark, there's not really any dimensionality when it comes to recognizing an undertone. So when you mix it with any of their other shades, you quickly get a gray cast. Youthforia says their foundations are a dose of fun without compromising on performance. However, it's not fun to have to buy 2 different foundations to find your match. At the same time, if it's pitch black, you're going to be using a microscopic amount to get your match. At that point, I'm not investing in 3 to 4 bottles of foundation to find something that still doesn't have my match of an undertone. Part of me wants to think that this whole situation is a PR stunt and they just wanted the negative attention because any buzz is still buzz. However, Youthforia was rushing to track down models to find an exact match on skin tone, and they still could not find it. I hate to say it, but I think this is even more embarrassing than when Tarte released their shape tape and they revealed their shade range. And if you're one of those people who is somehow angry at me or other content creators that are speaking up on how we are systemically excluded in the beauty industry, if we don't speak up, nothing will change. But if we do speak up, we are always told that we are wrong. I'm also an oil painter and I understand color theory. I should never have to work this hard to find a shade match.
And that's really what it's about. What I should have said before that video was that the CEO, when she came out with that stupid ass shade, completely pure black, mind you, were saying that it was just a mix color, that it was a mixed pigment that you could mix with other foundations to get your perfect shade range. Now let me show you what a pigment looks like that you do actually use to create other shades. Hold on just one second, let me grab it. As a former makeup artist and also as someone that likes to order foundations online, I have come across that instance where the foundation was too light. So I said, okay, I need to go and find something that I can add a few drops of a darker color to make this my right shade. And I found it on Amazon. Oh, did I say that those Youthforia foundations are $50 each? So she wants you to go out, buy this 600 to mix with the other shades. So you're now spending $100 on frickin' foundation. Give me a goddamn break, you idiot. Anyway, I decided to get this. This is by NYX. And this is the Total Control Pro Drop Foundation. And this is what it looks like. I am a light-skinned girly, so occasionally I will need to add a drop or two of this on a foundation if I bought it was too light. This is what a mixing pigment looks like for our skin tone. Not menstrual show black, you idiot. Oh my God, I'm so pissed about this. Okay, okay, hang on. Let me regroup myself and close out this video. Now you will see a lot of other creators if you watch YouTube or TikTok over the next couple days talking about this. I'm gonna close it out with Glamzilla. Okay. Now, I have a lot of issues with Glamzilla. I actually liked her in the beginning, but the more crap that came out about her, I just literally have stopped watching her videos on TikTok. And especially when she came out with that beauty blender video, that was it. That was when I said I will never watch another one of her videos. But unfortunately, the drama community on YouTube loves to talk about these things, so I kind of get mixed into it, whether I want to or not. Anyway, another creator that isn't a beauty creator, which is why I didn't mention him, but I will put a link in the description for his video. He basically said that Glamzilla came out with her response to the whole Youthforia thing, and she said a bunch of nothing, which is true. Because he played her whole video. I didn't go over to her page to watch it. He played her whole video, and I was like, what the hell is she talking about? First of all, she should not be weighing in on this, period. She has no skin in this game. So Glamzilla, shut the fuck up. Now, that's not to say that other creators cannot make their own videos about the situation and bringing light to their communities about what's going on so that we can get this Youthforia shit pulled out of stores. That being said, I'm gonna wrap up the video. I know I didn't finish my makeup completely, but I think I came to a pretty good ending point. But I would like to thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to leave a comment to let me know what you think of the whole situation with the YouTube influencers going over to TikTok, and also what you think of Youthforia coming out with menstrual show black pigment as a foundation in 2024. I really want to know your thoughts about that. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the love you all have been showing my videos, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. And until next time, stay fashionable. Bye. Yes, I know I changed up my ending tag. That's gonna be the new one. What do you guys think? Leave a comment on that.
If we went cheaper on formula, it wouldn't sit on skin as nicely. It wouldn't have this like sink into your skin like texture. It wouldn't be like super great for your skin.
If you cannot create a all-inclusive shade range, why is the product even being put out?